Well, before I get started, I want to try to sketch out some ideas that might appeal to me. I just scribble myself. I mean, I can do really detailed drawings, but sometimes I just don't care. I'm trying to sketch out movement and feeling rather than detail. Well, again, I pick up the starting of this new DVD that I'm producing. I'm creating a 20-inch tall mountain man that I just made the armature for yesterday, and now I'm attaching it to its base, and I'm not actually putting any support on it because the wire is thick enough, it's about 1/4 inch, to hold itself up. Anyway, I talk about that and how to attach it and how to make it, and then I continue on with the starting of the piece in clay. Now this is a shot that I took, or a screenshot I took from a movie about Vikings, and this is what gave me my idea or the inspiration to try this. It's a Viking with a blanket over his head protecting himself from the rain, and they did get rain out west in the mountains, and believe me, they did. And so that's what I'm using for my reference for this piece, or at least the inspiration for it. So that's the picture that I'm going by, but I'm not going to make the blanket cover as much of him as that picture shows of the Viking being covered. Actually, the arm that's raised up right now on the armature is, I'm thinking of having him raising the blanket to look at the sky to see if there's a break in the weather. But anyway, just a little snippet here and there. I'm going to continue working on this next week, but I just thought I'd let you know where I'm at with it now. Hi, my name is Dave Lemon, and if you don't know who I am, I'm an amateur sculptor who became a professional sculptor over years and years of practice and keeping at it. I started off in high school trying to learn how to throw pots in a ceramics class in my 12th year of high school, and I couldn't throw pots to save my neck. I was all fingers. And so down through the years, I've taught myself how to sculpt. I'm going to try to pass on to you in these videos that I'm going to be producing a little bit about how I do my work and create things like this face here that I made years ago. It's all that's left of a life-size or larger than life-size clay I did of a cowboy. First thing you need to do is... All right, from armature to clay on this first DVD that I produced. It's a DVD that I produced showing how to sculpt a male bust in clay. And here I'm showing how to make the armature, the first clay, taking proportions and making adjustments and stuff like that, and then starting into the portrait itself. What I'm trying to do on this video that I'm sharing with you today are my 5 videos that I currently have out. And this was the first one that I produced. I start with the skull, I add the muscles to the skull, then I just, at the end of the video, I kind of have fun with the face. This is going to be a new video on using a Truform armature, the life-size bust, and tell you how big this is. From the base to the top of the head is just about 25.5 inches tall.
In this video here, I take a Truform armature from truformarmatures.com and I start adding clay to it to show you how you can utilize this wonderful tool, this armature that's foam and resin and stuff like that, to make a portrait I'm making of a guy by the name of Henry Roman Nose, who was a Southern Cheyenne warrior and chief. And so through this whole thing I show you measurements, how to block in things, even using plastic knives to line up the width of the shoulders. And so I just enjoyed the heck out of creating this piece. And after I was done with this video, I actually expanded on the piece a little bit, took away a little bit, added a little bit, and changed it a little bit. But basically, it is a portrait of Chief Roman Nose. And I show how to lay out the muscles, I show how to make the hair, how to fill in behind the hair so you don't use all that much clay doing it. And all that's in the video itself, and I'm not going to show you here. You have to buy the video if you want to see that part.
Alright, this is a Truform armature, and it's the 24-inch tall. I'm going to sculpt the female figure first, without clothes. I'm going to get the underbody first before I start putting the clothes on.
This video covers about 6 months of sculpting on this piece, from start to finish to the bronze. Here I am starting the head, and that clay head in the background is a clay that had done years ago of Sacagawea, and I just wanted to use it as a model for her face. Here I show you how to put the head back on the body, and then I start positioning the figure. And this whole idea for this piece came from one pose that I took of a young lady who lives over in Virginia City, a daughter of a friend of mine. And I show you how to put the clay on, how to build the under surface that goes below the clay or the dress. Here I'm showing how to make fringe, and I try to show you how to do all these things so it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg when you cast it. It's still going to cost you a lot because bronze casting is inherently very expensive. But I'm taking my 38 going on 39 years of sculpting and trying to pass it on to you through these videos. Here I am just starting to add clay so that I can put hanging fringe off her sleeve. You got to have stuff underneath the fringe, and here I'm working on the face, trying to personalize it a little bit. And the face is pretty much coming out of my head, but I'm also using photographs of young Indian ladies to do the face. And braiding hair, doing the hair. And then I end up in a gallery in Tahoe at the end of creating of this piece last summer. And I finished up the clay at the gallery, actually. Here I'm laying down the bead thing that's going to go on there, and then I'm putting in the pattern of the Cheyenne beadwork, which is rather complicated. And I'm also working on the face and finishing up things like adding an earring here and an earring on the other side. And then at the final part of this DVD, these are all separate DVDs, by the way. I show you the original bronze. This is the actual color of bronze once it's cast and sandblasted. It's actually a white metal that you can polish up, make it look like brass. And then here the guy at the Foundry was putting on the patina, which is done with acid and heat. And this is the final bronze.
Alright, this is the first day of a new instructional video that I'm going to be making. And this one will involve the making of a horse's head.
And this shows a skull that was sent to me by a friend up in Oregon. I use it to help me whenever I sculpt a horse's head, because the skull is very important to the shape of the face and the structure of the face, and I show that in this video. Here I am adding clay to the horse and the armature that I made, and I show you how to make the armature and all that. I even tell you how much clay I put. It took to do this so that you can plan yourself, plan your own little horse bust, you might say. It's very important to get the little nuances on the skull. Here I'm adding the first muscles at the nose of the skull. The mouth here, I've already added the 2 tubes for the nose. And now I'm working on the neck of the horse. Believe me, this is really condensed. All these videos are well over an hour. This one, I don't remember how long it is, but I think it was probably an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 20 minutes, something like that. All the videos are over an hour long. And here I'm just starting to lay the mane on the horse and showing how to make it look like hair instead of tubes of clay. Again, here I am putting the copyright.
Here we are. And that's what it took to do this piece, was 6 pounds of clay. I hope you've enjoyed this DVD. I've enjoyed bringing it to you. You got the feet and stuff like that. Everything comes apart. Well, you can take the rib cage off and work on the upper part, or adjust the height of your...
All right, this is my fifth and last DVD. Not necessarily in the order it was made, but again, I'm creating here a baby being held by a mother, Sacagawea. Sacagawea, if you didn't know, is a historical figure from the Old West. Here I start putting the clay on the armature. It's an 18-inch armature here, and that's why it doesn't have the bones in the arm, because it's too small for that. It does have the leg bones. That's nice. Here I'm showing the positioning of the hips and the shoulders, and starting to add the muscles in the legs. Now, because she's going to have clothes on, I don't worry too much about every nuance of tendon and muscle, because it's going to be mostly covered by clay anyway. This was the first positioning of the baby that I came up with, and after running into a lady in a restaurant, I decided to change that, because she was holding her baby a completely different way. And I took pictures of her with my iPhone and came up with a better design than I started out with. Here I'm using a Native American lady's face from the movie Black Robes from years ago. Here's the new positioning of the baby, and I'm just adjusting things and trying to make it look motherly and loving, and by bringing the two heads of the baby and the mother together. And this is the idea for the blanket that I'm going to have around her. It was taken by photograph of a lady at a Mountain Man rendezvous. And here I'm working on the baby's face, which is not easy. I hate doing baby's faces. They're very hard, very un-adult. But anyway, I just wanted to show you all 5 of these DVDs in one video, so that you aren't going here and there to find a video of my DVDs. These are the current ones that I have available as of January 10th, 2014. Next week, I will be starting hopefully starting a horse DVD, where I'm doing the full body of the horse. So, at the end of this video, I kind of like the way this one turned out, and I kind of hope you enjoyed watching these. So, if you're interested in buying one of these DVDs, or all 5 of them, just follow the instructions below this video in the video description. Thank you for watching.